The body as landscape. A haze rises in a morning, surrounded by trees, advances like buffalo in a field, fading before dawn. A sift of light evaporates in a wisp like nothing ever happened. One of those days, not so different from this, shadows went missing in abandoned fields from finely spun skins. Memory is stubbly grass, dry leaves, a blank page collected in clear plastic. The demise of sweet history, meager cadaver, rehashed, replayed. In a moment or in an hour, the whole sky may blow, breeze its way through shutters of time, swoop and dip in the landscape, repeat the poem. I.B. Iskov, also known as Bunny Iskov. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Small Talk. Hello, Bunny. Thank you for reading your poem.
Thank you.
So, now I know you've written a lot of poems, I believe, correct?
Oh yeah,
When did you,
100.
yeah, sorry,
When did I,
when
go
did you
ahead.
start writing poetry?
Oh, I guess it would go back to high school.
Okay, right. Um, so what does it do for you to write one of your poems?
Sorry?
What does it do for you? Like when you,
Oh, well, it depends, because it's where I get the muse or the inspiration, and an idea will come to me, and I'll think, wow, that would make a great poem. And then I get busy and I start writing it down. And I play with it a lot, the lines, the words, to see if I want to put them in a different order, if I want to take something out, if I want to put something in. And usually goes through several revisions before I would say that it's perfect. And even then, it may not be perfect, and I may revise it even later on after that version has been published. I can still revise it.
right? Now, speaking of published, you are a published poet, I believe.
Yes, I am. I have quite a few books. My last full collection was well, major full collection was published by Yola's House, and I have a new collection coming out this December with Mosaic Press.
Very good. Now, the poem you just read, when did you write that poem?
Oh, maybe 10, 15 years ago.
So, do you remember what inspired you to write it?
It was a photograph or a picture in a calendar.
Oh, okay. Very interesting. Now, you're the founder of the Ontario Poet Society, correct?
The Ontario Poetry Society. It'll be 25 years in 2025.
Wow. And now, why did you establish that? I guess,
Well, there were several reasons. I guess, well, the major reason is I felt there was a gap and a need where I saw there were only nationwide organizations at the time. The main one still being the League of Canadian Poets, of which I am a former full member. I found that they really didn't they weren't poet focused,
Mhm.
and everything that I had suggested to them, ideas, things that I would like to see done with a poetry organization, was declined, and I was told no because they're all over Canada,
Right.
and they couldn't really get going. They have other things, like they have a feminist caucus, and they have a lot of good things, anyways. But what I wanted was something more poet focused,
Mhm.
and which would offer members, better chances to enter contests. I
Okay.
found the contests that were out there were very expensive. They weren't affordable. So I wanted affordable contests with good prizes, publication, little books, And I'll tell you, I never dreamed that the organization would last as long as it has,
Mhm.
but I am so grateful to have had the you know, the wherewithal
Yeah.
and the ability to assist to help so many poets
Okay.
see their work get published. And you know, I always say, well, there's always room for one more famous Canadian poet, and I've discovered quite a few who are now famous, and for that, I sometimes give myself a pat on the back.
Well, yeah. So how many members do you have?
A little over 200.
Okay, that's very good. Yeah. Now you're based in Toronto, I believe, correct?
Yeah, the organization is yeah, we're North York, but we have members all over Ontario as well as in other provinces
Good.
because we if we have a branch in Edmonton. If there's enough people to make a branch in Edmonton for years and years, we had one in BC,
Mhm.
but you know, like branch managers come and go just like they do in banks,
Yes.
and you know we're always looking to get more branches going up and going so that the members in the smaller communities can connect and read poems to each other and get feedback on their poems.
Very good.
So you know, and we are also an aging population of membership, and looking for younger poets to join. We really need younger poets. And there is right now a very special offer. If anyone joins between now and November 30th, and it's $40 annual dues,
Mhm.
then their membership will last until January 31st, 2026. 2026. And their name will be entered into a draw to win a free extra 1 year. So
No.
it's a good opportunity.
Yeah.
And there's lots of reasons to join. I mean, there's a lot of benefits to membership. You
So,
know, one is we do an annual member anthology. If you can see this, this was our 2024 Gravity of Desire,
okay.
and compiled by David Stones. We have quite some notable poets in here, including John B. Lee, Elana Wolf, Clara Blackwood, George Eliot Clark, Breezemaster, and the list goes on. You know, I mean, like, very proud of this, well as other members that aren't as well known. And I know the excitement that you get when you've seen your poem in a book of any kind
Yeah.
with another famous poet, because I remember when I was barely starting out and I had a poem accepted into a little journal out in the East Coast. And this little red journal came, and lo and behold, Margaret Atwood and I shared pages. You
Well,
know, this was a big wow for me. You know, yeah.
for sure.
Since then, I've been with a lot of famous poets. So
Yeah.
but it's really fun when it happens. It's like, oh my God, I'm that good, you know, and you can
Yeah.
be with somebody like that. Yeah, yeah.
Very nice.
We also put out twice a year our beautiful Versifier Canadian Poetry Magazine with
Okay.
members' poems and reviews, articles on the craft. But there's a lot of really neat things in every issue. This comes with membership, it's twice a year. And basically, the membership pays for the issue.
Okay. So okay.
Yeah, we also have a fund, the Ted Plantos Memorial Award. Ted Plantos was my first life member, my first best friend in poetry. He was my mentor, and he died from brain cancer when he was 58. Miss him every day. And so made this award after him because he always lamented the fact that there were so many really great uh, poets out there that could not get recognition, that could not get a door open, and needed that little bit of affirmation or push. And so that's what our, you know, we they get a small stipend of $50, and we feature their poems on our website for a whole year. And it is a very prestigious award. And every year we have one judge who picks the recipient, and that's John B. Lee, one of our life members. And there is no cost to submitting for the Ted Plantos Memorial Award. It's free. You enter up to 10 poems of your best,
Okay.
And that's all you need, and have your name on every poem. And the deadline for that every year is August 31st. So that's, something that we also do for, originally for poor poets, but I think just for all poets that really need that recognition and that push.
Very good. Yeah, right. I'm going to just change the subject a little bit here.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, we give 100,
Oh, no, no, no.
$100.
We
Yeah.
need all of that information. I just said still about poetry. One of the things out here that I've heard about that is very popular is poet slams, poetry slams.
Oh, yeah.
Do you do that sort of thing?
The spoken word. Okay. So we have one member. For those members who want to come out and perform their poetry, memorize them and perform their poetry, we are delighted to have them come and do that. But we also have a lot of members who don't have that ability,
Yeah.
who write it down on paper. I know I prefer to read mine. And so we offer both avenues for members to come, but we don't have specific contests, poetry slam contests or anything, competitions.
Right.
For that, there are enough of other places that do that sort of thing that we don't need to go that route. We feel there's enough out there already.
Mm-hmm.
We came to fill a need, to provide a member-focused organization that offers every member the opportunity to see their poems in print. We can publish their books, big and small, if they want to get published. And of course, we always invite them to come out and read at our events. And again, they're alongside more notable poets. We always have some notable poets come who do their book launches, and we try to encourage people to bring their books if they have any, even if they're self-published, to read from them, and then they can autograph and sell them on the breaks.
Very good. Yeah, very good. Now you are the treasurer as well, right? The Ontario Poets.
Yeah, I wear many hats because I'm the contest coordinator and I'm the event coordinator and I'm the treasurer. Yeah. And well, we're yeah, we have an annual workshop too that I put together, and because it's hard to do everything, but we also have branch managers that take it on the road, that have their own thing, and one in particular that comes to mind is our member in Durham region, and that's Lisa C. Reynolds, and she does phenomenal things out there. She has a reading series, and she posts on the Friends of the Ontario Poetry Society Facebook page, which is also free.
Mhm.
All upcoming events, different contests people can enter, and she's got her own Durham Region Tops website that she's putting together, and she does a lot, and really happy to have her as a friend and as a supporter.
All right. Now I know you have a website, correct?
Yeah, the Ontario Poetry Society.ca.
So a lot of, oh, I imagine if anybody wants to know about how to join or about your contests, whatever.
Yeah, and everything, even our member list, if people want to know, well, who belongs here, they can look it up. Like, just click on the sidebar membership and they can see all the members,
Right.
all the names highlighted in blue. Those members have a member profile page. The member profile page for those members that have books, won awards, poet laureates, and other things like that, or just, want to have a little space to kind of brag about themselves. Then we attach it to their name with a link there, and those are free. Anybody who joins and they're a member paid in full, then they have that opportunity to have a member profile page added on for no charge.
Very good. Now, speaking of awards, have you won any for your poetry?
I've got a whole I've got a whole three-ring binder full of award certificates and poems that have won first. I won first prize on a couple.
Right.
I've also I didn't Larry, do you want to bring my treasures? My Rave Award and the other one. I've received my two I call them my dust collector and my doorstop. So the Rave Award is recognizing arts Vaughan excellence. This I got from the city of Vaughan. I lived in York Region well over 25 years, and I was the first early harvest judge they had for
Okay.
many, many years of volunteer. I was also poetry editor for a homeless paper called the Outreach Connection for many, many over 10 years. But for Rave Award, so it's made from bronze. I can't begin to tell you how expensive this is or what it cost them, but I know that she kept telling them they were very expensive. So
Right.
this is one thing that I was given as a gift as art educator mentor in the literary arts, and sponsored by Easton's group of hotels and the Remington group. They only had this for a few years, and then they had to stop. They had to stop it because they had no one to give them to. No
Oh.
one is, no one worked that hard. So that this is my door. Now my desk collector. Okay, so this was presented to me in Mississauga, in appreciation. It's for arts and culture, and it's I I think it was called I think it goes this way. The Absolutely Fabulous Women Award for women over 40. I'm still over 40, although I don't.
Very good. By the way, is your husband Larry a poet?
No,
Just thought I'd ask.
no, but when I need a bit of advice, critique, or help with, and he's come up with a few goodies for me within my own poems. So he's been a great resource.
Very good. Yeah.
Great resource for lots of things.
Very good. Now I know you studied, what did you study? You did a double major in English and creative writing, correct?
Yeah, at York University, way back at the tender age of 40. And
Yeah, good for
I,
you.
I I I only went for a couple of years. I have my adult son is special needs,
Hmm.
and he was in a children's day program, and he was fully funded. And then he turned 21. So when a handicapped person becomes an adult, and I'm sure you know the story here, all the whole status has changed. He has become an adult. Therefore, all the children's funding money that was going to him to pay for his education, to pay for whatever the costs were covered, were gone. And
Wow.
I got this neat letter from the government saying that because my son was 21, that he no longer qualified and he was without any money. And so I had to stop my classes to advocate for Howie. And I was on CFRB radio with Andy Berry when he had his morning show. I was on the front page of the life section of the Toronto Star a couple times.
Okay.
And like it's interesting because you say, oh, I'm not going to put the burden on his sister. I'm not going to wait until I'm too old and I can't look after him anymore
Yeah.
to wonder who will look after Howie. So I made sure that I advocated enough that we got the money, we got the funding for him, for his day program, for his group home, for all his total care. We
Good.
got it. And people till this day say, I don't know how you got it, because even then there was there was a government that was a no frills government, and they didn't want to give to anybody.
Right. Wow.
Well, we're talking about poetry, so get back to poetry. So when I finally got him money,
Right.
I had already established the Ontario Poetry Society,
Okay.
and with the household and with the organization and everything I was doing and starting up this organization, I really didn't have time for school. So I just decided not to go back.
Right. Well, very good though, but you did, I like the fact that, you were 40 and you did go while you could
Yeah.
go, right? So, what the heck, right? You're never too old to write poetry or to go to school.
And you're never too old to get your book accepted by a trade publisher. So,
There you go. I like that.
at the tender age of 74, I got my book accepted.
All
So
right.
this Yeah, it took me that long, 25 years.
No, don't say it that way. It
Well, when I started to think seriously about it
Mhm. All right.
and uh, and work towards it, but
Yeah,
I was so busy with everything else that had in life. You're busy with life. You're busy with other things that happen. A daughter gets married, and you're taking cruises, which we are going to Hawaii in January. Looking forward to that.
very nice.
And I find that and really family is my number one priority, and they come first always,
Very good.
no matter.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you for doing this with me.
Thank you.
I stay on camera
Appreciate it.
just a second. To the audience who's been listening to Bunny, it's pronounced Iskov, right? Your last name?
Yes, it's
Okay, and I will include her website so that you can look up, the Poet Society. Sorry, the Ontario.
the on the Ontario Poetry,
Yeah,
the Ontario Poetry Society.ca.
yeah. I'll make sure that's included. So anybody, if you're
Mhm.
interested in finding out more or joining, all the information will be there. But anyway, in the meantime, thank you everybody for watching the show. I really hope you continue to do so. Take care, everybody, and peace out.
Okay, thank you so much. And perhaps you can message me on Facebook where I can see this.
Yes, I'm just gonna let you know I'm gonna air this on Monday coming.
Okay.
I air around 4 o'clock my time, and once it's up on YouTube, I will send you the link. Then you can
Oh,
see.
perfect.
Okay. So thanks again
Okay.
for doing this for me.
Thank you.
With me. And anytime if you want to come back on, just let me know and we'll pick it.
Oh, in a heartbeat.
Okay, we'll do this again sometime. Again,
Thank
thank
you
you
so
very
much.
much. Bye for now.